The time is just gone 9:44 a.m. and it's time now for us to cross over live to Nasrec. And yesterday, the ANC's policy conference started, and we joined live this morning senior EWN political journalist Matshidiso Madia. Matshidiso, good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm just looking at the background. I see a bit of activity, so it does appear as if today's session has not started. But how did it go yesterday?
Good afternoon. I'm struggling to hear you a little bit of it. I think you're asking about the activity in the background. Few people are trickling in. Members of the media are here, but in terms of the actual program and the members of the ANC, we are yet to see delegates arriving at the venue. What I've seen are vehicles from government officials. So some of the
Yes, I think for some reason or the other, there's a bit of a break in communication. We're going to try and link up with Matshidiso once again, the ANC policy conference that kicked off yesterday. And we spoke to an analyst yesterday in terms of what to expect and just to get an update on what has actually transpired yesterday. We know the ANC is at the crossroads and clearly a lot in terms of policy that the ANC needs to consider. And we've heard about economic policy, we've heard about job creation, but also at the same time looking at corruption. So the ANC at this point in time is at a crossroads, and it's going to be important. In fact, this is going to be, I think, one of the most important conferences, policy conferences that the ANC will have. Now, you remember, this is ahead of the elective conference that is going to be taking place in October this year. And this is where the ANC leadership is going to be selected. And also looking at the president himself, President Cyril Ramaphosa, looking at his position in particular and looking at who are going to be in the top six of the ANC. We know Jessie Duarte, who has now passed on. She was the Deputy Secretary General. And looking at the last conference, that elective conference that had taken place, we know that we are going to be seeing new faces. And I see, in fact, Matshidiso is with us on the telephone. Matshidiso, we must apologize for that break in communication, but you are
it's
back
not a
with us.
problem.
Welcome back.
Yes, thank you. It's not a problem. I was speaking about the delegates, but we haven't seen delegates yet. But the ANC is now moving to start the conference, the policy conference. They've just asked members of the media in the last few seconds to make their way to the plenary where they'll open the conference. It is a watered down ANC conference that is taking place. A lot less larger than what we've seen in the past. So they are going to start deliberating over their policy issues. Of course, we're expecting the ANC president, Cyril Ramaphosa, to deliver an opening address at some point this morning.
Well, obviously, this is going to be an absolutely critical conference, even from a policy perspective, ahead of the elective conference that is going to be taking place in October, considering where the ANC is at this point in time. And clearly, the party has got a lot of soul searching to do, a lot of introspection. And I'm sure much of that will actually come out in the policy conference this time around.
I think at some point the ANC must have real hard conversations with itself. I've always criticized the party for doing what society does. It's able to stand on the sidelines and diagnose what's wrong with the party, but struggles to find a way forward. It speaks about what should be done in order to help the ANC in its role in governance and serving the country, as well as an organization that wants to continue existing. And I think while the conversation around introspection is important, this conference might be bogged down by sectional battles within the organization. That some of the issues that are key to the survival of the ANC, key to serving South Africans, might be caught up in sectional battles. They speak a lot about the step aside resolution. That's likely to become a proxy battle. And I must very quickly point out, before my president Jacob Zuma might not physically be here, he's still on medical parole, but I'm pretty sure his name will come up at this conference as part and parcel of the continuous internal battles we've been seeing play themselves out in the ANC.
And Also considering the fact that we're looking at two people who were senior people within the ANC. We're talking of Ace Makashula, and we've heard obviously with the passing away of Jesse Duarte. Now these were senior people who were in the last conference. They were elected in the elective conference last time around as well. And again, looking at the ANC, looking at it from a leadership perspective as well, and also looking at what has taken place in KwaZulu Natal, where we're looking at the new leadership that has been elected. So these are definitely critical issues that the ANC will be looking at as well from a leadership perspective.
Absolutely. I mean, they come in really short, They elected five top officials. There are now two down. There are six top officials rather, and there are two down. So there will be four leaders who are trying to see the ANC through. The fate of the organization is in the hands of the Treasurer General, who's also had an upper battle. If you think about the issue around non-payment of staff rates, that's another point that we should be speaking to. Delegates I know who are coming here wanted to make suggestions about what could be done as a way forward in order to help navigate the issues and the concerns around the non-payment of staff. So there are issues where the leadership gaps have affected the organization, the everyday running and functioning of the organization. And those are things that have to come under the spotlight, has to be confronted and dealt with. But the difficulty with policy conference is that it doesn't necessarily take decisions. So it's reviewing how the agencies perform, it makes suggestions about what the way forward is, including the leadership gap. I was speaking to an NEC member, Minister Monty Ngubele, who said to me, we probably need two deputy secretary generals. We did not foresee a situation where the engine of the organization would have no one, as it turned out. You speak now about JP's passing, the recent passing of JP Duarte and Ace Makashila being suspended. And I think that when you speak about JP Duarte specifically, I think there's a resounding call across all structures of this organization that that loss is massive. It is impactful that she was somebody who was really great at admin and organization, and she understood how the party functions to a point of trying to lead it and to marshal its branches and its members. And that is the thing. And you kind of see that playing itself out as far as how the party functions day to day. It is limping, really, as it meets here at Nasrec.
Well, in fact, Matshidiso, I know you are actually quite busy and you're going to have a very, very busy day ahead. But for now, we thank you for coming on, for providing us with that update. And we certainly will be watching the space. We will be watching developments as they unfold at the ANC policy conference out in Nasrec. But for now, we wish you all the best. Please take care.
Thank you so much.
Matshidiso Madia joining us, senior EWN political journalist, and this is live crossing out of Nasrec this morning. We're going to go for a quick break. We come back, and we are going to introduce you to a first annual gala dinner. We're talking about Wattville Outreach Community Program.